Hello, how are you? It's good to be here again today. My name is Dr. Mercy Obune-Omeri, and today I want to talk about self-audit. When you think about self-audit, you can relate it to different areas of your life, your business, your career, whether it's self-auditing for personal development, self-auditing for, say, business growth, self-auditing for family life, spiritual life, whatever it is. And as the name implies, when it comes to auditing, it means taking stock of where you are right now and where you need to be, or where you are right now, finding those gaps and needs in order to be better prepared for where you need to be. When I talk about self-audit, I want to specifically stay with how it pertains to career, how it pertains to your work, or how it pertains to the things that you do for a living. And there are different tools out there to help you self-evaluate and self-audit. But today I want to share a simple technique that I use with my students. When I teach my students, especially those who are already working, so people who are in service, I talk to them about always evaluating their KSAOCs. I will explain that KSAOCs is an acronym for knowledge, skills, abilities, and other capabilities. And if you check out some HR books, they will call it KSAs. So let's just stick with KSAs, your knowledge, your skills, and your abilities. Sometimes before we even start looking at upskilling or reskilling, it is important to even know what is it that I have. Let's say, looking at your knowledge encompasses every degree, diploma, certification, accreditation, anything that builds up a body of knowledge in your field. That's your knowledge. Then when you look at skills, you ask yourself, what are the skills that I have? Because knowledge, sometimes people confuse it with skills, but those are totally different. I will give an example. My husband is a finance person, but he's so skilled in other capabilities, especially with IT. He didn't go to school for them. He picked up interest and he knows how to function in that field, such that at the place where he worked formerly, even though he was the operations head of the bank, at some point he started doubling as the IT person because he also understood how to do IT. That's a skill. And for some people, it is also their body of knowledge. I'm just saying this to help you understand how you can differentiate where you are with your KSA, your knowledge, your skills, and other capabilities. For so many of us, it's amazing the things that we can do outside our body of knowledge, outside where we have gotten our certifications or outside where we've gotten our degrees. Take out the time to ask yourself, what is it that I know? What are my skills? What are other abilities or capabilities that I have or I have grown in over the years? Let me tell you why this is important. It's important because, number one, you know where you stand. Let's say for some people who are just going into the job market, it lets you know where to even start negotiating from. If you know that people in this particular field, this is the knowledge, the skills, and abilities that is required of them, and you have them, when you go in there's a level of confidence to say, this is what I am negotiating for in terms of salaries, benefits, compensation, or whatever the case may be. Then, as you go through those interviews, you can also present yourself to say, apart from this knowledge that I have, there are other skills and capabilities that I have. Because you have to know that in the world of work today, so many times the things that really stand you out is not your degree, is not your diploma. So many times is the skills that you have acquired over time. I'll give another practical example. When I was going through my doctoral program, I knew that for anyone to thrive in the world of academia, you have to understand online education. You need to know how to deploy technology in delivering content or even in teaching. How do I make sure that I can do what I'm doing now, videos, audios, and other things to make an online class very interactive, as if it were a traditional face-to-face class. And what happened? 2020 happened and COVID happened, and we all pivoted to online education. And what happened for me was that I was already prepared to go into being an online teacher because I now have the skills. That's an example. If you've never sat down before to ask yourself, what are my KSAs? This is without spending money on any software. Just take a spreadsheet or even a document and just write the K on one side, everything you have knowledge in. The S, which is the skills, on one side, everything you're skilled in, and even other capabilities. For so many of you, there are so many things you can do, and sometimes you're even shocked that you know how to do those things. I hope this helps because it will stand you out. You have a better sense of what you're worth in terms of all of these capabilities. I hope this helps. I'll talk to you again next time. Bye bye and have a good one.